from when I was doing all of my other type of YouTube things.
Are we going live to LinkedIn?
We're not going live. This is just recording.
We're not going to go live.
No, we're just going to record it and then post it.
Over there?
No. I was pointing in the area of where there would be, in theory an internet. So, like, if you just picture an internet.
I don't want to. That's not good for my mental health.
Probably true. Probably don't want to do that.
Picturing the internet is like picturing an insane asylum of all my darkest dreams and desires.
We have different internets.
You and I?
Yes.
Oh. Close that private tab. Coming to you live, or coming to you recorded from Yorba Linda. Is this Anaheim?
This is Anaheim.
Coming to you from Anaheim. This is the Do Business Podcast with your host, Todd Frazier.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Do Business Podcast. It's been a few months.
Are you going to cut in there?
Yeah.
You're not going to do the original, all the internet stuff?
No. Well, I mean, it may end up somewhere. Like, if they watch to the end, they might get to see what our pre-show ramble was about.
Pre-show ramble.
Pre-show rambles they're interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been a while, and I think the reason that my excuse for us not having episodes recently is because I've been doing business.
Maybe you're the only. Now, I've also been doing business, so I'll take most of the credit for
most of.
I've been crushing it out there.
We've both been doing business.
With the crushing.
When I asked you how business is going, you didn't say crushing it. You just said it's fine.
Well, I don't want everybody to know I'm crushing it, even though
you just said you said in private to me it's fine, and then you said in public you're crushing it.
I am crushing it.
What does crushing it mean as an advertising agency?
Did you guys in your garage have one of those like infomercial can crushers?
No, we have
the handle.
We have natural can crushers. Our shoes.
I know, but like back.
No, I never got.
You remember one of those?
I remember those.
I never had one either. We didn't have that kind of money. But people they liked them because it saved space in their trash can.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm assuming it was a perfect crush.
It was a perfect crush.
Yeah.
And what would be interesting is to crush a can of crush in that crusher.
Like a full can, because then it would be an explosive crush.
Orange or purple.
I always think of orange. I didn't even think about there being a purple crush.
My dad loves purple crush.
Is it grape flavored?
It is.
We're not giving any business value to people.
No, we are,
now.
because Crush came out with different flavors to meet different client, commercial, consumer needs. As many of us need to do in our business, we need to decide who is our audience. And are you going to differentiate yourself? And a key question in differentiation, where Clark Griswold failed, Merry Christmas, is in Christmas Vacation when he goes to see his boss, Mr. Shirley. Cut to the scene. You see he's bringing in a gift from his family. He says that this is for my family. Just want to wish you Merry Christmas.
I think he says we saw something that made us think of you. Yes. Like it was something specific to be like, oh yeah, this is a special thing.
Put it over there with the others. Greaseball, I believe he says that.
Yes, greaseball. Yeah.
And then the others are all the exact same shaped gifts, different wrapping paper, but the exact same shape.
Got that?
Got exact
out, John.
shape, same gifts. Same shaped gifts. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. There we go. Now we're back. So my thought is to Todd Frazier, my host, who I look up to. Now you got to get back up. I know. I'm sorry. I screwed up the lighting.
You ruined the whole thing.
I apologize.
What are you doing? You went down behind the shadow. I told you not to.
Clear my throat. Where's my cough button? So here we go. We're pulling up an image. I don't know if we're doing it live. I can't tell. I've always wondered what is in these things. So we got to take into context. What's the family going to spend on the boss? What's the employee want to spend on his boss or her boss? Pardon me. As little as possible, but probably back then, $20. 1988, 1989, what's $20 today? That's like $38. So, what is in these little gifts? I gotta believe it's like it's an end cap kind of gift. Probably at a store like Sears. First, I thought like, oh, Sharper Image, but no, that Sharper Image back in the 80s, you're not getting out of there for like less than $80.
Well, and I don't think that Sharper Image. I mean, I don't know. It seems odd. It does.
It's like two things in the thing. It's like two things. I think it's a desk. It's desk accoutrement.
So it's funny because I was just watching this and I had the same. I was thinking about it. I'm like, what is that? I never looked it up. I'm going to look it up here. But you think it was a desk? What do you think it was?
I think it's like a clock and like a pen set.
Okay.
So the taller, smaller box is a clock, like a decorative gold clock or something that you would put on your desk and never put batteries in, never wind, never use. And then it's like two faux Mont Blanc or Pilot pens, like two pens, silver probably, that cost $9.99, and the clock cost $9.99, and you put them together, you got a $20 gift.
You think he gave his boss a $20 gift and thought it was fancy?
Back in the day, but again, how can he think it's fancy when all the others are the same?
Well, because he's not unique. He thought he was. It's ironic.
Ooh.
Obviously.
And yet he's the last true family man.
Yeah, well, supposedly.
You're the last true family man.
I mean, it's told to him, but is it true? I don't know. That other guy seems like he was kind of a family man too, just because he's putting in a pool. I think that's I mean, the reasoning for being a family man is because you're putting in a pool.
Well, let's be honest. He shows us why he's putting in the pool.
To get the girl from the counter to come swim.
She reveals herself in his fantasy.
That's what it is.
Back to the dark mind.
So I was watching this and I'm thinking it can't be something simple. It's got to be something odd. And I was looking. I'm like, maybe it's like a cigar set, or not? Sorry, a pipe set. Like it's this just because of the way that it looks. Just because of the way that it looks,
hard,
you know.
Hard no on
hard no. You think a hard no on that?
They would have shown him smoking in the movie if they wanted to convey that he was a smoker or to get that he would receive a smoking thing. I think this guy runs a food company. He knows he doesn't run a tobacco company. He knows the damage of tobacco on the lungs. He runs a food pharma company. He probably has all the science.
But they're non-nutritive cereal varnishes, and then the non-caloric.
Just like all the tech companies don't let their CEOs don't let their kids use social media.
I've seen that
all these, Procter and Gamble and all these food companies, their kids have their own little farms run by little, indigenized peoples, little mini farmers.
Okay,
they're grown and harvested.
Okay, so you think that it's a basic clock and pen desk set thing, and I think that it's a pipe set.
This is like back in the 80s when women were up and coming in the workforce. I think for the typical housewife though, like the lovely Beverly D'Angelo is playing his wife. What's her name in the movie? Clark and Jane? No.
Wow, now you just made me lose it.
I'm sorry.
Helen.
Helen? Yes.
Helen. I think it's Helen.
Ellen. It's Ellen.
Ellen.
All right.
Are you smoking again? No.
So I think she went out and picked it out. And that's why they are all the same, because I think all the housewives that pick these gifts out for their husband to give to his boss or her boss. His boss. Sorry.
I mean, when the movie was made, absolutely.
All right. I think they all picked out the same thing. They picked out what does he need? He needs more pens and a clock. Is there a Reddit on this?
I just looked it up, and
what are some of the top comments?
Oh, somebody said golf club warmers. Actually, it could be. It seems like it's in two parts, though.
I think that's ridiculous.
Somebody says something I will not read on the show.
Thank you.
And
This
somebody
was
says
not a popular
pop
thread.
art figurines. No, it's very short. It's 7 years ago too.
Jeez, nobody's thinking about this.
L shape for Tetris. Yet we were both.
We're not going to go
odd.
viral on this thread.
So John,
Have we settled on this? What is the gift?
yeah, we don't know. If somebody knows, put it in the comments, and put your guess in the comments.
Yes.
Best guess wins, and we will read the comment the next time we record an episode.
And you get a free tax return from
John. You don't want that tax return.
I am not a certified public accountant.
Yeah, but you can still prepare returns.
Yeah,
You know that?
we'll just base it on the gross.
It's great. So, we're talking about Christmas because it's the end of the year,
Merry Christmas.
and next year's 2026.
It is.
We're dating this podcast, so if anybody comes and looks at it 3 years from now, they're gonna be like, "This is irrelevant," because it's old.
There's timeless truths,
Timeless truths.
evergreen content.
That is true.
Please watch.
In this episode, we want to talk about what are we excited about for next year. What are the things that we're putting in place? What are the things that we're doing
Ugh, nothing.
that's different for next year? You're not changing anything for 2026.
Everything.
You're changing everything.
Everything.
Does your staff know that?
Well,
They will now.
the staff has been. We've had to
Crushing
make
it.
some cuts this year. It's been a
Okay.
rough year.
It's been a rough year. Okay.
Yeah. For me, next year is really. I've been a storyteller for others. We have got to lean into our story, which means I'm teaming up with some outside vendors, contractors to be my storyteller. I'm not going to rely on me to do it. I will be the thought leader. I will be the provider of ideas and direction, but I also just need to let go, just like my clients do with us, to trust us to tell your story well. And over time, it'll be great.
That's interesting. So you're not going to be the one telling the Red Mallard story.
I'll be a part of it. I'll be a mouthpiece, but I'm not going to be the person to control the entire thing. I will provide content. I will provide inspiration. I will provide myself as a video head. But I need somebody else to really, because what we do best is we help other people toot their own horn. Because what's often challenging for a business is, they've reached a certain level of success, whether it's lifestyle or whatever, and they start to kind of just plateau, and they're happy there. And they start to just kind of take for granted what they're doing. And maybe they're probably improving their quality. They're probably doing things to innovate inside the business. And if you're not expressing all the things you're doing out into the world to make your business better, nobody's going to know except your clients, which will bring you referral business, which is great. And maybe that's enough. But for a lot of people, more information on the internet makes us think more about other options. And so you have to get out there and control your narrative. But the challenge is how do I make myself sound great when I want to be perceived as humble and down to earth? Or I don't want to draw too much attention because what we do is very specialized, or we don't want to get our people poached by a competitor. And so we people think of all the excuses why they shouldn't tell their story to the point where they just stop or don't ever move forward. But there's tactics and there's strategies on how you can do that.
So it's interesting to me that you are in the business of telling stories, but you're saying, I got to get somebody else to lead it.
Well, I'm busy, because my hourly rate for billing somebody to tell their story is different than it is to tell my story.
Sure.
And so I have to take those factors into consideration. There's also the confidence. There's the I love to be vulnerable with people, but I also am not like the brash, confident person that's just out there wheeling and dealing. But you don't have to be that person in your content either. Your content can still reflect down-to-earth humility. It's all how it's told. It's all how it's told through the lens, through the writing, through the design, but also with the foundational element of why are we doing this? And the reason we do that is so that people can see us as the expert, build trust, and build enough trust to where they want to reach out. Mm-hmm. And the way you do that is by giving value. You deliver education, you deliver data, you deliver opportunities to kind of think, to be creative. For like a CPA, you want to deliver tax updates that happen in California. For one of our clients is a law firm, and they focus on the municipal sector. And so one of the things we do for them is 2 to 3 times a month, we're sending out a law update to their whole network, because they want to be. Everybody knows this is coming out if you're in the industry, because it affects everybody, but they also want their clients to know that they know. It's kind of like remember, I'm your expert.
Yeah.
Think this is happening, first. But I'm aware of this is happening, and I'm also telling you that it's happening. And by telling you that it's happening, you're informed. I informed you. You rely on me for certain things. So, and that could be across all industries. You can find something of value to give to your clients, to give to your trusted advisor network that will help them and reinforce, the perception that they have of you in their brain, which is trusted advisor, somebody I want to do business with, somebody I want to go to lunch with.
Yeah. So when you're looking at this and saying, I've tried to do it myself, or maybe you haven't been doing it well
so many times,
just because your focus is client work.
Well, and I get in my own way. I get in my own head. Like I tell clients, like, they don't want to hear that. I'm like, yes, they do. And then they do based on, if you look at take email marketing as like one of the still great, probably the best one-to-one metric that you can judge the success on, and still not attached to really any other channel. Like, because Facebook and all the socials and YouTube, they all change their algorithms. Right. It's all about ad revenue, but email is email. You can still look at the open rate, the click rate, the unsubscription rate, the bounce rate. All those little metrics tell you if your message is being received well or not. And just because they don't reply and say, thanks for the email, wow, that was awesome, they're probably reading it. You can tell who's reading it, and that gives you an opportunity to reach out to them one-to-one and reinforce that one-to-one relationship.
Communication.
So where I get stuck is that place where, like, they don't want to hear about this shit. Sorry. Listen, do we get an E now?
Yeah, explicit. Yeah, this is an adult show now.
I apologize. To my children, I regret what I just said. Let's take a moment and reflect on my humility, and I'll send an email about my humility.
Yeah. And that's funny because, I'm on your email list, and it's been very erratic. It's not, it hasn't been, you have stories sometimes and you drop, and then you go in like this run of like 3 stories.
It's terrible.
And then it's like crickets.
And
I talk to you because.
What do you think of my stories?
I think your stories are, they're good stories.
You haven't unsubscribed.
You're a storyteller. No.
Right. You also don't, there's also that FOMO element. Like, if your content is good enough, people won't read them all. Like, I don't read every Costco email that I get. I don't read every.
Does anybody read every Costco email? I just look at the highlights. What's on sale? Do I care? Moving on.
That's right. And if you see something you like, you go into the email.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you may buy. That's FOMO. They don't want to miss out on something that you have to say or show or value that they will receive in it. So it's teasing the value, but it's the consistency. I talk myself out of the importance of my brilliance, my God-given talents, which is an abomination. Strike me dead, Lord, but don't. I'm sorry. See? Still here. That's the power of forgiveness. That's not biblical. Please don't get into the comments about all these things.
Get into the comments about all of these things.
All the things.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody to help you Sherpa your story, Sherpa your content up the mountain, I love my friend Heather, who's been helping me in my business. She climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and some of the best stories she's ever told are how at the breaking point of, like, her body was breaking down, she was sick, she was like, she got to the top, but halfway up, a third of the quarter, 3/4 of the way up, almost to the top, her body is saying stop, but her Sherpa, there's a name for them that they call those guys there. She's all bundled up. Her guide, whatever you want to call them. Her person is wearing shorts and sandals made of rubber, while she's all bundled up because of the freezing cold. Their bodies are
This is real?
This is real. Their bodies are just built differently. And he would just say to her, like in broken English or whatever he was saying, the mountain is calling. You must go. Things like that. Like he would be, rubbing her feet so she could go. He would put her water bottle against his skin so that it wouldn't freeze.
Wow.
And that's
another kind of human.
That's the level of care that Red Mallard brings to your story. We put your story against our skin. I'll go and demonstrate. No.
2026, it's no longer Red Mallard, it's Red Sherpa.
Red Sherpa. Ooh. Don't. Oh, I like that.
Hey.
I wanted to come up with a graphic of a duck
Holding a water bottle?
No, grabbing its own beak, its bill, and making that into a trumpet. We toot your horn.
Comment if that's good. Did you say pump, papa, quack?
Quack.
All right. Hey, that sounds like yeah, you could do that.
How was that rant?
I mean, it was consistent.
So I should rant like that in my email.
I mean, that would be a good email to send. Sure.
So let's talk about cadence, because this impacts your business too.
Yeah.
People, like, we have some clients we email every week. We have some clients, like my friend Brett Kelly. If you're an e-commerce platform, you have to email probably every day or every couple hours, because you're selling.
Oh, to your customers.
Yeah, to your customers,
yeah.
A high volume. I think for Red Mallard, a small boutique, creative services, content strategy, consulting agency, I would say every 3 to 6 weeks, somewhere in that range. You don't need to hear from me every week, because most likely if you're a client, you're hearing from me at least every week. But I think that kind of lean back into the value of what I'm doing. If I'm crafting content for people, to do that every day would feel like this isn't well crafted. Or how can you craft this?
And it would be, it depends on the type of content. Like you're saying, e-commerce, obviously daily, or maybe multiple times a day, depending on the sales or whatnot. But even then, fatigue sets in on, you see it so many times. Like I get Zillow updates on certain different markets that I'm watching around the country.
Right.
And I get Zillow updates on properties, and I will, if it's a property I'm interested in or a location or there's something I'm like, ooh, what's more details? I'll click on it and go to it. But I get those emails multiple times a day. Mm-hmm. However, I'm interested in what they have to say, so I do click through. There are other emails that I get daily for, I don't know how I get on the list sometimes, and I just delete it. I just know based on who the sender is that I delete it.
Lists get sold all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it depends. It does depend on the type of content. Like I don't mind getting Zillow emails multiple times a day because it's something I'm interested in and I want to see what the updates, because I'm like keeping tabs. From a marketing standpoint, I mean, if I want to know something, I'll probably go look it up. But if there's something new and interesting and you sent once a month, I think that'd be interesting. And I think the more important thing is it keeps you top of mind.
Right.
I think that's the more important thing with that consistency. And if you do it too much, it's like, oh, they're annoying. But if you don't do it enough, they forget.
Yes.
So it's a fine line. And I think in service industries, once a month would be reasonable. I don't do it enough. I haven't sent an email out since probably in February of last year to my list to say, hey, tax season.
Tax day is coming up.
So, and I need to do more of that this next year.
But do you need to do the do?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I think it's interesting. I think it depends, because the things that I send out are much more practical. Like I'm not telling a story.
Right.
It's much more like ChatGPT would do the base of it, and then I tweak it and send it out, and then have a string of them going, and but I'm not consistent in it. So having someone to be your consistent person, whether it's an agency or you hire someone that says, hey, make sure that there's emails going out, ask me for content, and boom, off you go as an employee.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that there's a couple different ways to do it, but I do think that it is important, and I have slacked on that. Similar to creating this podcast. Like, this is the content that I think for what I do is the most impactful, because people can hear me say it, talk about the nuances, and give really detailed information about things that they are like, oh, that's great. I didn't know that. Or I didn't understand it that way. Oh, I can use that in my business.
You know it's valuable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then may I push back?
Yes.
Why have we slacked on the show?
Because I was unable to take more business at the moment. I mean, to be completely honest, my calendar was full.
That's a great. So that objection comes up a lot. It's like, oh, we don't need you to market for us because we're busy. We have enough business in the pipeline. That's fine. How do you keep business in the pipeline? Because inevitably you're going to have a down season. But if your marketing is consistent, even if it's like the miniest, you can pare down your marketing budget if you need to, but there's no real reason, because if you are busy, pivot the message to recruitment. If you have a ton of pipeline business and you're going to keep closing it, then you probably need to hire people so you can keep doing a good job. So you pivot the messaging to recruiting. Like, we're growing, like flex, like, if you get on some kind of list, like, tell people about the list. Like, hey, we're trying to hire A players. You need to, growth is growth, whether it's, revenue, people, what have you. You have to communicate that because there's a need somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you're not communicating that, your competitors for sure are. Especially if they're best in class or a little bigger than you, then they are already doing it.
Well, it's interesting because as I'm thinking about this and you're talking, that is a great point, that just because I'm busy doesn't mean they shouldn't be a priority.
Right.
However, you do have to prioritize and select those things when it comes up. So putting a system in place or having a plan together is really important going forward. Yeah. Now, in connection with that, I've actually found a new pipeline for new business, which is why I've gotten so busy. And it's directly related to getting warm leads. So I've had to field that.
Are we going to say what it is? Because I know what you're talking about.
Yes, because I'm now approved as a Ramsey preferred tax professional. So
Sal Ramsey, the CPA out of Las Vegas?
No, not Sal Ramsey. Dave Ramsey, the financial guru,
the radio host,
anti-credit, anti-loan guy.
He didn't do everything with cash, I guarantee. I've seen that campus
What's
in
interesting,
Tennessee.
I've heard a lot of interviews about him recently.
Yeah.
Over the past year. A long time, but mostly a lot over the last year.
He's now a lender. He's got so much money, he's lending it.
He says that he's done it all with cash. I don't see any reason
not to
say
believe
that
him.
He hasn't.
He's a man of his word,
but
I'm sure.
Man, if he did, and that campus is all like he paid for it, he's done some things right. Anyways, enough about Dave Ramsey.
He's doing fine.
He's doing
back
great.
To John Welches.
Back to John Welches. So I found this pipeline. So I am fielding new clients, which has filled me up, which means now the message needs to continue to be, I need to connect with my new clients so that they who have not seen this show and have not gotten the insight other than the meetings that we've had when they've onboarded or whatnot. And so that's why this needs to be a priority and needs to sit in a place where it can be consistent.
Yes. And here's the thing. You've got a new crop of clients. There's let's say of the 100% of your, let's say 100 clients you've gotten like from this new thing, 20 of them maybe need more services. They need a deeper layer of analysis. They need they have other businesses. Mm-hmm. Probably 80 of them have somebody to refer you to. And let's just say you have a whole campaign going to get referrals from those clients. Like if you send that out to 100 people, let's say 10 people refer you 1 to 3 new people. There you go. Mm-hmm.
It's a pipeline in a pipeline.
And then you're like, well, what about capacity? I don't want to get all this new, I want new business, but I don't want, well, then raise your rates and become, don't base it on price, base it on the value and the quality that you do.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's one thing I've really noticed. I've started doing, and I started too late in the year to be able to help everybody, which I think I wanted to help everybody as much as I can. But next year, I wasn't looking for an applause, but I'll take it.
Heroes
Where's
everywhere.
my clap? There. Now we can't hear it, but people are clapping. But
I want to help everybody.
I want to help everybody. I do, because I enjoy it. I like it. I enjoy that part, especially.
I do too.
See, that's why we're in the business that we're in.
That's why we're getting paid so much to do this show.
That's right.
I mean, we're getting paid zero to help you.
Correct.
And
that's
you don't even say thank you.
Well, no, I've had people say thank you.
You're welcome.
So anyways,
I apologize.
I've realized that the need for my existing clients to get deep tax planning and put things in place where we can, because I've known that we can save people taxes, and I mention it to them, but I never really push it because I've got a lot of stuff to do and they've got a lot of stuff to do. But when I actually reached out this year to several clients, be like, hey, we could do this. I'll set up a plan. We can save anywhere from $20,000 to one client. We saved like $70,000 in taxes by putting some things in place this year.
This is where our graphic comes in $70,000.
No, I probably won't do that.
All right.
But we could. If theoretically, if we wanted to, we could do that.
That's right.
But finding that's a part of my business I haven't even really tapped into until this year.
Yeah.
And knowing that exists with new pipelines of people, it's like, hiring is going to have to be a thing this next year.
And let's say you don't want to hire. Let's say you're not a manager. Like, I am not a great manager. So then you decide, okay, growth is going to happen. I don't want it to stop. How do I make things manageable, even though I don't want to manage them or the people that will do the valuable work? You have to build a contractor network, or you align with a strategic partner that has the SOPs, that has the talent in place, and it'll give you either the finder's fee or you can white label their service. And then you're still, still got to check their quality. You still have to have a level of assurance that they're doing good work, like the KGB, not KJB.
Whoa.
KJB
Whoa.
Coming at you from 96.7 KJB radio. No, the KGB, the communists, trust but verify.
Didn't Reagan say that? We all should say that.
Well, he's
trust but verify.
Wasn't he a sleeper?
That's a big question, and not for this show.
Oh,
but
so don't we want to get some of the conspiracy theory algorithm working in our favor, though?
Aliens do exist.
Ronald Reagan was not a communist.
You're saying Ronald Reagan was an alien? Is that what you're saying?
Ronald Reagan may have been an alien.
Or a KGB. Or an alien KGB.
Yes.
All right.
I plead the fifth.
YouTube, do your thing. But back to what we were talking about, the thing that you just mentioned, saying having a referral network and those things inside of the pipelines. I actually just had a meeting yesterday with another tax pro that is a Ramsey preferred, because we have this mastermind together, and she's just an EA. She's not a CPA like me. And she has clients and everybody in her office is just an EA, which means enrolled agent, which means they can prepare tax returns and do all that stuff. They can represent you for tax court and all those kind of things. But there are certain people that come through that say, I just really want a CPA. And she said, well, I'm just losing these clients. And so several of us said, well, why don't we set up a referral between us and then we can do it that way, because that way we can keep them within what they expect from a Ramsey professional and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is great. So now we've got a relationship set up for this next year, that she's going to, if she has somebody come through that says, hey, I really want a CPA rather than an EA, then she can send them my way. And she does certain things that I don't do in my practice that I can send her way. So that, I think that's an important piece to all of this.
Yeah.
That having that referral network also is valuable, but it takes time and effort and energy to get those things set up.
And for me, I would say maturity, because it took me a long time. It's still something I'm getting used to. I'm 44 years old, and I've been in networking for almost 20 years. I've been doing what I've been doing for over 20 years now, but it still takes me a moment to reflect. One is to trust God's abundance, God's plan for my life, God's provision. And then it takes that reminder of, like, there's plenty of business out there. Let's not compete. Let's collaborate. Because
that's a hard one.
It's a hard one, because you want to get yours. Everybody wants to get their fair share. And, I had this visual of, like, you're at a desk with Dave Ramsey and you bring all this end of year business to him. And it's kind of like The Godfather, where he's like, all right, well, this is mine. And here's yours. Good job. I assume it's not like that.
No, I just pay for leads. I'm approved as a.
You've met their qualifications.
I've met the qualifications.
You deliver them money. They deliver you qualified leads, and you can set your pricing.
Correct. Oh, they're my clients that come through.
Yeah.
It's just a lead source for people that have similar beliefs and expectations that my firm happens to meet.
So, like Ronald Reagan is an alien is a category on your intake form to make sure you get aligned with the right clients.
No, might be.
Ronald
Reagan might be an alien.
Because how can you really know?
I mean, you never know. He's not around to ask anymore. So
that's true. Or is he?
Good question. You know, we won't even go down that road.
That was looking forward to that.
So
I don't know where we were going, but I was ready to go.
I know you were. You're always ready to go. That's the good thing about you, John. So the other thing that I'm really excited about for this next year is the new pipeline and those new relationships. But I am going to be integrating a lot of tech in my entire process this year, from onboarding new clients, gathering data from existing clients, and sending documents and getting signatures. I'm using an entirely new platform, which I'm actually really excited about, which I think is going to save a lot of time and efficiency on my part, and also be more informative and engaging with my clients. So I'm really excited about that.
That's great.
That's going to be something that it should free up more time to be able to do these things.
Tech should not replace who you are, but it should definitely replace a lot of the things that you do.
Yes, that's a good way. There you go. You got a bell.
I'll put that on a T-shirt.
Put it on a T-shirt. Tech should not replace who you are, but how did you say that?
It's a little wordy. Tech know you. Tech do for you.
Is it a caveman shirt now?
That's right.
We regressed. No. So technology-wise, do you have a platform that you guys utilize internally?
We have data platforms that we use. It's the challenge, I think, in creative services on our side is, like we were talking to a client yesterday. It's like, I don't know the value of marketing. And he's like, they have an e-commerce platform that their company acquired that does $20 million in e-commerce sales on the industrial sector. And I said, yeah, but your division does a couple $100 million and you're selling bigger ticket items. The e-commerce platform is selling smaller volume or smaller price things, one-off transactional. You're building relationships to have year over year stuff, and that's where the work that we do, storytelling, brand content, is invaluable and yet hard to quantify. You could put a lot of stuff in place to quantify it if you're also the client doing your part on the other side in your CRM to track the client engagement across all the sectors, all the channels, all the places. But at the end of the day, if you're not talking about yourself, you're not demonstrating your expertise, you're not building more trust, you're not extending more opportunity or going to receive more opportunities to grow. But if you are talking about yourself and the good you do, people want to hear about it.
But what's the technology piece?
Oh, sorry. I go on rabbit trails.
I know.
Well, the technology piece is, you've got data platforms, you've got email marketing, but do we have like one software that's,
so my platform is, I'm using TaxDome, and it's for intake, client communication, document sending. Like, what do you use to share content, or you just handle everything and run everything behind the scenes?
We have writers, we have designers, we have video people, we have editors, we have a few platforms that we use to just deliver content. We manage the websites for the clients. We, have a platform that we use to manage social media accounts, a couple hundred social media accounts. It's a couple different platforms. There's a few very big, robust ones, but they're usually for enterprise level companies. And, we aren't at that. We don't need to be at that level.
How heavily are you guys integrating AI? Like in workflows or?
We don't do ums in video, right? No,
you just did.
Ooh, sorry. I apologize. We use AI quite a bit. We don't use it to create original articles that aren't supported with a lot of data. So we use interviews, we use research, we use our own drafts to then have AI kind of bring it together, and then it's revised by the writer, reviewed by an editor, seen by the client. To use AI to just say, write me an article about, mowing a lawn in the summer. I don't know why I chose that topic.
You're cold?
I am cold. I'm a little chilly.
You wish it was the summer so you could mow the lawn?
I don't like summer. This is my favorite time of year. Merry Christmas to everybody again. But the use of AI for original thought is silly because it's not going to think originally. Only you can. Only I can. We should use AI to heavily prompted. I pour in a lot of narrative kind of language into a prompt, and then it delivers sometimes really great stuff. Mm-hmm. But you have to keep telling it to be better and give it more, feed it.
Well, and even, not even from a creation standpoint.
You mean from an automation?
Like from an automation standpoint, or even like utilizing AI in scheduling, or like I have a new thing that I've been using this year called Motion, where it automates all my tasks and schedules them for me onto my calendar so that I can, okay, I don't know what to work on today. Let me just look at my calendar. Oh, cool. Motion already put a bunch of tasks in for me.
That's where I personally am not like a savant.
Okay. I'm not a savant either. I'm just trying all this stuff.
Yeah. I need to get better at my own personal organization because I have books I want to write. I have things I need to do that are
just have AI write it for you.
That's disgusting. Shame on you. Shame on you.
I will say I have not done anything with it yet. I took the Burn Your Plans and Do Things, my book that I've written because I'm a published author.
Go on Amazon.com right now. Brought to you by Do.
I took it and I said, I just dumped it into ChatGPT.
Is this any good?
And I said, no, I know it's good. So what I did, I said, hey, can you craft the message and change it so that I can re-release it as the Burn Your Plans and Do Business? And obviously I need to change stories and things, but I dumped it in to have it give me some different topics and chapters and things that align with the original book. And it's a great place for ideas. I use it as an assistant.
Absolutely.
To be like, hey, let me bounce this idea off you. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Yeah. And instead of paying, hourly people, you're paying a thing to do things.
Yep.
And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's garbage, and then you just got to keep prompting it to be good.
Which is true with employees.
Ooh,
sometimes they bring something back good, and sometimes they bring something back terrible. And either way, you got to look at it and review it.
It's true with ourselves. Let's remember, we are the worst.
It's true with people, which that's the thing that I think is funny when people talk about, well, AI is not always right. Well, are you always right? I'm not always right. I got to look stuff up all the time.
I know people who think they're always right, and let me tell you,
they're not.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan of them, like not a fan of them, or not a fan of people who think they're always right?
That's the same thing.
Is it the same thing?
I just said it was.
Okay.
Why are we arguing?
I'm not. I'm just clarifying.
This is embarrassing.
I'm clarifying.
You're making everybody
uncomfortable. I'm helping the
uncomfortable.
audience know.
They don't trust us anymore.
They trust, but they verify. They're going to look it up. They're going to say, can they trust people who say that they're right all the time? They're going to ask ChatGPT or Grok.
Just pull up a warm or cold bowl of borscht and do some KGB research this holiday season.
Well, I think that 2026 is going to be a good year. You're crushing 2025. Are you going to crush 2026?
No.
You're not going to crush 2026.
I want to grow, but we hit a point where we were top heavy and we didn't catch up to the top heaviness, and so we're going to slowly grow. We want to just mature well. I want to be a beautiful wine in a dark cellar that somebody can't wait to open in 20 years. And by open, I mean acquire for 10x what the multiple will be in 20 years.
Yeah. That's good.
Thank you. I
Acquire.
just came up with that.
I think we kind of talked about selling businesses before. We should go into a conversation in another episode about acquiring service businesses, because I think they have to be set up right for it to even make sense.
Well, and let me clarify, by dark cellar, I mean that's where I'm at, but I still have a vast content strategy creating mystery and allure about my wine.
Should it be a dark lab, not a dark cellar maybe?
No.
Or a dark cellar with a lab where you're like a mad content scientist?
No.
No?
No.
It's just a seller.
It's just
And you're just chilling in there.
we are in the dirt. We grow. We are the vine. And then we become crushed.
Sometimes I
we
wish you
crush
just
the
say
year and
things
crush
straight.
the grape.
I sometimes wish you weren't analogizing everything. You just say the thing.
This would be such a boring show if I didn't do my weird things. That's my show. My show is weird things.
Your show is weird things. My
do
show
things.
is
now we do weird
business.
things. No.
Do weird business?
Do weird things?
No. Nope.
Not anymore.
We do business things. So, yeah, I'm excited about 2026. And hopefully all of you are as well. And if you haven't started your business in 2025 and you've been thinking about it, start it in 2026. Give us a call. We can help you out.
I will give you a free, whoever calls me from this show, I will give you a free 30-minute content strategy consultation where I could tell you very quickly how to use AI to help you with craft content, how to use Zoom or some of these technologies, but I can map out in 30 minutes what you should do for the rest of the year, starting in January.
Wow. You heard it here first.
You call me anytime. I'll talk to you for 30 minutes.
Just go to redmallard.com?
I don't know. Just find me. John Welches. It's
Just
not hard.
find me?
John Welches, Red Mallard. Numbers on the website. Just do your... I'm not going to make it easy for you. It takes work. Do the work.
Now you're berating our audience.
I apologize. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Todd.
Merry Christmas, John.
This was a pleasure. And
Always is.
We will be more consistent next year. Twice a week.
Whoa. Twice a week? No.
We record...
That's not possible. You realize that from February 1st to, till whenever everybody's taxes are done, 2 times a week you'd be by yourself.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We record in January and February 8 times, and that'll get you through March and April.
February's rough because S-Corp tax returns are due March 15th. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. I'm just saying I'm not committing to 2 times a week because that's insane. I love you all. I love you, John.
I love you.
But that's too much. 2 times a week is crazy.
Let's deliver consistency.
We will just be more consistent. How about that? We will do more.
Excellence. We strive for excellence.
We will strive to do more.
Excellent more things.
Excellently more things?
What
is
do you
that
want,
even a good adjective?
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want? Peace on earth.
Go watch the Steve Martin SNL, What Do You Want for Christmas? Peace on earth for all the children of the world to experience peace and happiness.
That's right.
If I had 2 wishes, I'd ask for $1 million. And then the other wish would be all for the children of the world.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that skit. All right, go check it out. Merry Christmas, everybody. And we'll see you in 2026.